And welcome back, everybody, to Week 13, Part 2. And everyone's on the bridge. Grakazza, I will say that you have the clipboard with you.
Yes.
Would you have asked Valerie to come to the bridge?
Yes.
Valerie, would you have responded and came to the bridge?
Yes.
Okay. So all of you are on the bridge. Or in the lounge. Where would you like to meet? Where would you like to have this meeting?
The bridge, since I already said I was going to go up there.
Okay. So, Toon Po, you're looking at one of the simulations, and it kind of dawns on you. Now, you've been doing research on breach drives since you guys got trapped. Remember you and the Duros team? And you start to realize how Viatar accidentally did it. He was trying to do a light hyperspace jump, made a major miscalculation, moved a decimal over 1 point, and it flew to within feet of the planet's surface, Kessel. But it had generated such a magnetically strong force that it destroyed that part of the planet, a huge crater in this area, because gravity from the core of the planet belched out like a mushroom cloud, and they effectively turned Kessel for a brief moment into the Paradise Space Station. That's why when you guys went to Kessel, everything was fucked up. Looked like a post-apocalypse. And you're realizing that any ship can do that even if they don't have a breach drive. As long as their hyperdrive is working.
Just gotta find an expendable planet.
Yeah, where you can find one of those?
Who do I... I'm trying to remember who experienced her arrival the first time. Just Valerie?
Oh, Valerie. Yeah, Valerie was the only one witness to the Star's End coming out of the portal caused by Kessel. And if you want a first-hand experience, she's on the planet with one arm and badly injured.
But the simulation clearly shows the Star's End's doing that.
Right, as one of the possibilities. And now, I mean, you're really starting to think that this is how the Star's End did it.
Right.
It was that one possibility.
Valerie.
That's what happens when you roll a despair, folks. Poor Nate.
Valerie, I want to show you something.
Okay. I go over to see what he's going to show me.
And I replay this simulation and let her see what happens in it. Say, obviously, the expectation is that this ship exploded, right?
Yes.
Flew straight into the planet and then popped out in front of you, right? Isn't that what they said happened?
Yes. Can you play it again?
And I do. I repeat.
Can you do it again?
I loop it.
Okay. She's just looking at it.
So somehow they created the anomaly. She created the anomaly with this algorithm or whatever here that brought her back to us. Does that make sense?
I think so. She's just like staring at it.
I mean, obviously it doesn't make sense, but...
I know what you mean.
You're thinking about it, Valerie, and you're looking at the damage to Kessel, and you're imagining that the way that the Star's End uses the breach drive is it's dirty. It's not clean like the Sith gates. Every time the Star's End uses this damn thing, it tears a hole in the fabric of time and space, causing physical damage to planets and everything around it. The supernova that had occurred, you're starting to piece together, was actually your guys' doing.
There's got to be a way to fix that, to protect that, kind of like on a regular hyperdrive, which keeps you going at the same, from starting in the same time and space and ending up in the same time, but I mean in a different space, going from here to there, and not launching you into the past or something, or into the future.
Jebediah has been overhearing, and he kind of goes and laughs, pulls it out and winks at you. I always like to see pretty ladies use their brains.
Thank you.
Now, I know a thing or two about hyperspace. You mind if I give you
No,
my
by all
theory?
means. No, by all means, please.
Your theory sounds completely intact, Valerie. However, that does not get us on exile to save our people. Can we please focus on what the fuck is going on? Thanks. And he winks again and walks over to Eidos and just stands next to him. Want a cigar?
Yes, please.
But what I think we're thinking about, if
Pulls
there's
out
a
and
way
hands it to you.
to go back and preventing all of this from happening.
Grakazza, you're hearing Valerie talk about this. Because as Valerie has shown us, when she thinks, she's not a quiet thinker. She likes to think out loud.
I look down at the file in my hand, and I hand it to her and say, maybe this will help.
Oh. Yeah.
You don't know
This is
what it
that-
is. It's from the folly. From the moment that you guys went into the gate. But apparently, your interns were gathering information on the magnetic field around the Sith gate.
Oh. Oh. She kind of. We might be able to fix all this.
What do you mean we can fix all this?
You see that the file that as you're looking at it, that the intern was writing on, it has all the magnetic fields, mathematical equations that they used, and then it's got a little blue planet, but instead of saying Insaria above it, the intern wrote home. Jebediah
She's just
sideways
looking at it going,
glances.
oh.
I
So
never
that if
knew
we do,
research
we
could
go
excite a
here-
woman, so...
From here, and then we can go back and come back right when we've gone, but they're still here. Maybe we can stop all this.
What do you mean we can stop?
Corin, it makes complete sense to you.
Yeah.
That if you arrive at the exact same time that the fleet left, you'd be back in home, but also right in front of the Imperial fleet. The ones that destroyed Insaria. The ones that started all of this. And Corin, it dawns on you. And the only person around you of the original Rook's Array is Grakazza.
We could stop all of this, but if we do it, we need our friends. They're down on the planet. We get them. We get back there. August won't know what hit him.
Right. You're fucking right. And Grakazza just kind of stands straight up.
Yeah. Jebediah raises a brow and looks over to Eidos. Grakazza can understand all that science bullshit.
Honestly, I tune it out as soon as you guys start slapping the gums.
No. Me too. I just like to watch her do her work. There's something attractive about a smart lady.
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Yeah.
If we get the crew back, we can save everybody that we can on the planet. Get them back up here. Get them manning everything. Get them to the at any station that they can work, and we can head back and fight the Imperials on the other side of the breach. You're right, we can stop this, but we need the people down on that planet. And after we get the people on the planet, who cares what happens here?
Here's just one thing. We could fight them, but should we destroy the gate?
Would we be able to?
There must be some way to do that. I mean, it's a man-made structure.
Tunpo, the Celestin, raises his hand from the back. And Commandos kind of turn and look at him.
You want to fight the fleet that's following us? That's
It's not the fleet that's
a
following
huge
us.
fleet.
It's not that huge.
It's not that, it's not the same fleet. It was much smaller when we went through. It got bigger because of everything that happened after that.
Corin shakes his head. He's remembering that the whole reason why you guys went through is because you were outnumbered, and your fleet is a lot smaller now than it used to be.
Even if we go back, we don't have the guns. Remember, they had interdictors. They had at least 4 or 5 Star Destroyers. And with the fleet now, we don't have enough numbers. We need to gain reinforcements.
We don't need the Destiny Horizon to survive going back in. Oh, at least initially. We could take one of those Star Destroyers.
Oh, and come back. They wouldn't know that it's us.
Eidos, how do you feel when you hear the Wookiees say we could take one of those Star Destroyers?
I don't know if you understand, Lieutenant, but that triangle thing, Star Destroyer, if I'm not mistaken, y'all went up against them multiple times and came out on the losing side. How are we supposed to take one with 1, 2, 3, starts counting the people.
And then it dawns on you, Eidos. It dawns on you like a ton of bricks. But what dawns on you? I'm going to need you to roll me a check against 2 purple, but with 1 setback.
2 purple, 1 setback. What am I rolling?
Any check you want. You're
check?
thinking. Think about it. You guys are problem solving.
Yeah.
Any check you want that matches what you think it would be used for. I don't think your 6-shooter is going to help you in this scenario.
No.
Wait, I got an idea, guys. Bang! Did you see that shot? Great. Everybody's like, you're right.
Amazing.
We could do this.
Thinking.
Grakazza has a moment exactly like Corin's. Well, now I'm remembering why this was a bad idea. Pew, 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 pew.
I guess I would have to do a perception, because that would be thinking. Or... yeah.
You do perception. Is there any kind of investigative rolls?
Investigative... like intelligence.
Knowledge check. You know, the ones that are used for stuff like this.
Yeah. Okay, I could do education. Or,
Education would work. What other ones do you have?
Underworld?
Well, it is a planet full of criminals.
Yeah, let's do the underworld check.
There you go. 2 purple, 1 black.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's 6.
All right. With the advantages, you think that Exile's full of criminals that want off. And that's all I'm giving you with that check.
Yeah. We got the numbers. I just kind of I'm just looking at everybody like, duh. Everybody should know.
Jebediah recounts exactly like you did. Like, fucking 1, 2, 3.
No. I pull up the planet, like, you know, on the holo table.
Mm-hmm.
We got the numbers. There's people that want off this planet. And I tell you, every single one of them could kill 10 of those spacemen.
Bad
give-
people.
Point them at the right thing. Offer them freedom. They'll do anything.
They can die so we can take a Star Destroyer.
Whoa! And yeah, a few of the commandos and even Jeb looks back at her hustle like, oh shit, things have changed.
Morbid, but correct.
Cold.
I believe we call that collateral damage.
I think the more accurate term is cannon fodder. But
I'm telling you, they got plenty of ships down there. We just help them fix them up. It'll work. For the most part.
and all we're trying to do is take one Star Destroyer, turn it on the Imperials. That's a huge game changer if we can get in there. And with the numbers, we can definitely get in there.
Yeah.
And if any of these criminals are as good as you say, they'll be able to reach a bridge. They'll be able to reach a hangar. They'll be able to reach engineering.
Boop, 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 boop. Eidos has received a message.
You know what? Y'all spitball that. I'm going to take this message real quick.
Yeah, so the
I'm just
group's
kidding.
gathering together, and Eidos, you run over to the console, and a message says, "We're sorry, but the number that you were calling has been disconnected. Please try the number again, or dial a 1." And then it has a semicolon and a parentheses.
I'm going to type in really funny smartass.
What you need, boss? Or no, he calls you Haas. What do you need, Haas?
We're coming to rescue you all.
Ha ha ha! We don't need rescued. Typhoon and I are fine.
Yeah. You two are fine. How's everybody else?
Lots of missing limbs, starving children. It looks pretty bleak down here, honestly. We've been stealing from some of the nearby gangs to try to feed ourselves.
Can you open up a drop zone?
Unlikely. These hunters have reavers all over the place. We would need some sort of inside access. We might be able to start a ground revolt, but I don't know what good that would do. As it is, they're hunting members of the fleet in the farm habitats.
Where would be a likely place to land with least amount of casualties?
From what Typhoon has seen on his exploration of the place, you know, as big as he is, he's quite sneaky. He says the entire planet looks like a city planet. It's all one giant prison. They command the zones in these floating craft. I can see if I could send you a picture, but that's where the hunters operate out of.
Yeah, send me that. And have you had any contact with the planetary defense?
All of a sudden the line goes dead. It's like the IP that you're currently trying to reach is missing.
Just kind of
And then all of a sudden a new message comes up. And it's got exile in the prefix. And it says, Eidos, call me, damn it.
Damn it, 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 damn it. I started just hit the console.
Meanwhile, back at the war table.
Val, how likely is it that you can actually get this to work?
What do I think?
Well, the important part would be to...
Should I roll something?
Yeah. I was just going to give you a vague answer, but if you want something, go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. Okay. Difficulty?
I don't know what you're rolling.
Let me take a quick look.
Because if you can give me a skill that makes complete sense, I make this check a little easier.
All right.
Are you good with education?
Yes. But I also got Take a look. Hmm.
Oh my god.
Um, what about straight intellect? Or would I need to be one
No,
of the
it'd have to be a
skills?
skill.
Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna go intellect, you might as well do knowledge education because you're gonna have a better roll.
All right. So what about if what? Okay, hold on. What about if I was to run the numbers through the computer with what I'm thinking? You know how they do that, run the numbers through the computer.
So you want to roll a computer's check?
Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty's gonna be 3 purple. Basically, you've never had. It's all theory. But I'm gonna give you a boost die for using the simulation computer.
Okay. So that's 1 blue, 3 purple.
My God. It dawns on Valerie exactly how it works. Exactly what she will need. Exactly how many ships. It will approximately take 9 days to refit every ship in the fleet with the proper hyperdrive. The hyperdrive coordinates the energy levels and everything that you need to go back.
Yes.
Is that just for the success?
Yeah, that's just a success in all the fucking
So for all
advantages.
intents and purposes,
So what do you want the
click our
triumph to be?
heels together 3 times, and we're home.
What do you want the triumph to be?
Oh my God.
That gif is perfect, by the way, John.
That was such a fucking terrible movie.
Oh, I know.
Some Italian thing.
That I don't know. I mean, there's so many things. I'm trying to think. Shit.
Okay, let's let you think on it. Eidos,
Yes.
you return back to the war table.
Well, we're in a bit of trouble.
Why?
I was trying to get in some contact with some people down there, and planetary defense is kind of on the way, so we should probably hurry up. Oops.
Well,
I've run a correct simulation by this time, hopefully, of the big ship option.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a skill? It could be piloting, computers.
whatever's that.
Oh, piloting is
Ooh,
probably
my
my best
favorite.
option. Difficulty.
The difficulty is 3 because it's hard, it's all theoretical, but at the same time you have a simulation. So every time you run it, I'm going to give you a boost die because you're learning something new.
So boost with purple, 3 purple.
No, this is the first time you're actually running it. Right.
Planetary or space? That would be
Planetary.
planetary.
Yep.
Ooh.
You figure it out. The threat is that you're not entirely sure that Destiny Horizon will be able to make it in its current condition. Yes, you have figured out that a ship of this mass can do it, but you also know that the Destiny Horizons beat to hell. So yes,
What about
absolutely.
What about the Star's End?
I think it was already decided that the smaller ship wasn't going to go in. You'd have nowhere to park it.
Okay.
Because Grakazza is talking about using drop pods to get the team in.
Okay.
Listen, how long are you all gonna need? Because I can maybe buy you some time, but it's gonna be a little tough.
Could we? What about a diversion? We have 2 ships, and one is really crazy. Could we use one of them as a diversion?
Girl, that ship is crazy.
Listen, we could do that. I can do a diversion for you, but I may be getting arrested if we do that.
Also, Grakazza, I think from a military standpoint, you realize that creating a diversion might be a good idea, but Destiny Horizon can still take a lot more firepower than the Star's End can, even in its current state. And you're already gonna have to split the group by having Toon Post stay behind a pilot.
Let's not get you arrested.
Yeah, I kind of like him, boss. Can I keep him? Jeb walks up and pinches his cheek. He sure is a cutie.
I'm just saying, Lieutenant, if you needed another volunteer, I think he just volunteered himself.
Oh, he already did a while ago.
I don't like you anymore. He returns to his console.
A, we're not letting you get arrested. B, at the end of the day, the Destiny Horizon is a Nebulon B frigate. This thing will take a lot more firepower and a lot more damage and still come out of it okay compared to the Star's End.
I got that. I'm just saying, if we can't get
all of a sudden in the holo projector, Eidos, your eyes catch on to the image of the planet and 3 corvettes that have just entered your long-range scanners.
And that's what I was telling you about.
Let
me talk to him, and I can hold him off, but you guys got to work fast.
All right.
Talk. Poe, I need you to be prepared to jump us in.
I'm ready. I think.
Okay, James, now the Triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be associated with the computer thing, or could it be something else about that we're going to do?
Something that changes the narrative.
Now, when
anything you want.
When he has to jump, does he have to make a roll?
Yes.
How about that it works?
That's fine. He still has to make a roll. No, because you can't just say, "Oh, I pilot it perfectly."
Okay, so should I save it for something else? I'm still trying to think of what to...
Yeah, I would save it for something else, because even if he did make it into the atmosphere, he has to leave the atmosphere and then come back and pick you guys up. So he has to do it again.
Okay. So can I still hold off on it?
Yeah, I'll let you hold off.
Okay.
They are built into the planetary surface. The anti-air. You guys don't know anything else about them.
Oh.
Eidos doesn't?
No, that's something.
No, he just knows it's damn good.
All right, where's... Okay, let me pull up my...
How many drop pods do we have? I check the computers to see if it says?
Yeah, I mean, they were replaced after they were used, so it's got a full complement, probably 30. Each drop pod can take about 10 people.
Can you target a drop pod? Or is it just free fall?
It's free fall. See, the reason why they use drop pods is because they're not detectable. And they're not detectable because there's nothing in them. They're very simple. They just prevent catastrophic collision and then open up, and then you run out. And then, like a parachute, they're repackaged and then repaired and done again.
Are any of the scientists present?
No, they're in the
No.
fleet.
All of them were at the fleet.
Yeah, because everybody evacuated the Destiny Horizon. And then you guys took your group of commandos to chase after the sarcophagus that Grakazza left.
Fuck you.
You should be thankful, because if you were with them, you'd be captured too.
Can I run a slightly different scenario in which the Destiny Horizon doesn't try to leave immediately? Because I assumed that we were
You would have to
testing.
leave. Basically, what happens is the Destiny Horizon. This is what Grakazza proposed to you. You're going to hyperspace into low orbit, and you are going to plummet because of the gravity.
full stop.
The engine will not be able to support it because it's damaged. The drop pods are going to flake off, and the only way that you're going to get out, because the engine isn't working right, is to hyperspace out.
Got it.
Okay, here's something. Let me run this by you guys. See what you think. I have an idea. Okay, we're about to do this, and suddenly, dropping out of hyperspace are a fleet of ships that we don't know, except Eidos knows, and they're a group of bandits. And the bandits are here to save their friends or rescue their friends that are on this, that are already prisoners here, causing a diversion to keep the planet busy with them because there's more of them than us. Hopefully, we can then go in and do what we need to do while they're busy with, say, about 20 of these raiders. What do you think?
Is that feasible?
It's
That's
Triumph.
the
You can
Triumph.
do whatever you want.
What do you think as a triumph? Do you think it's okay?
I think that's
But
fantastic.
the problem is that you have to remember that Eidos knows the person who's on those Corvettes.
Yes.
So if you go that route, they will most likely die.
The people on the Corvettes?
Yeah, Corvettes don't carry very many people.
Oh, but we don't know that. He didn't.
Yeah,
say
you do. It's a Corvette class.
that. No, I mean, who's there? I mean,
Right. But my point is that's up to Brian. If Brian thinks that's an acceptable risk to ensure the safe security of the mission, then go for it.
What I'll say here is that Ito said that he will try to buy you time by talking to them. That's up to you guys if you want to do that.
I mean,
that's time for me to run a few more scenarios, probably, and perfect the jump.
definitely. I mean, I'm down to go with Brian's suggestion.
I could think of one if we want that. While I was talking to Mick and Typhoon, after our communications got severed, that because they're crafty guys, they've been picking up explosives, planting them in different
Oh!
places, and they start fucking stuff up.
Oh, I thought of something else. Oh, okay. All right. We're about to do this,
Yep.
and suddenly something happens to everything on the planet, including the space station, and they lose power. Including their ships.
Well, I don't think the ships would. They operate on their own plant power.
Could be that a
But a network... You
Like-
crash the network. All communications, all...
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, because the one who's doing it is Tittles.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say you could combine it and make it Typhoon.
See, this is
With
an
hours.
example of the terrible triumphs that get Ashes to Ashes in trouble. Bringing back an evil robot, which would mean that it would have to be on the Destiny Horizon.
I thought I was thinking because that's where he was last when we did, But I mean,
Right.
I won't do it. Yeah,
It's up to you. It's a good idea. It makes sense.
we could combine it with Ethan's suggestion and say Making Typhoon uploaded malware to the network,
Oh, that's right. They're there.
and they've taken down the system for a time.
That's true. That would be good.
Well, you say malware. I think that's a little advanced, but we could still say they took down the system. I just don't think they're the best when it comes to that.
They basically did the Han Solo thing and just shot it.
Yeah, it was a boring conversation anyway.
yeah, like Typhoon's work on it, Mick's like, are you done? And he's like, this takes time. It's like, nah, pew pew pew, boom, fuck it up.
Yeah. And then Typhoon's like, you had a gun this entire time? He's like, yeah, the hunters are dangerous. Duh.
Come on, people. So,
Let's go with that. If you're up for it, Brian.
I'm trying to get
Ultimately,
something
it
that
is
will
his
assure
choice.
us. That will assure us some kind, some form of.
But just
good
remember,
success.
triumphs contribute to the narrative. They don't take the narrative hostage.
Yeah.
That's the rule of the triumph.
All right. Okay, so
But feel free to take creative liberty. Just know that if any of you roll a despair, the more groundbreaking this triumph is, the more knee-breaking my despair is going to be.
all right, so let's then go with Mick and Typhoon, since they're there, and have them, and they get really lucky.
Disrupt the
and
network.
They really disrupt the network.
All right, that makes sense. So, the Corvettes are hailing the Destiny Horizon.
all right, let me take care of this, and I'm gonna kind of try to straighten up my
Grakazza,
stuff.
do you?
Sorry.
Do you let him do it?
Yeah.
Or would you
try-
rather a commando take care of it?
No, I'll let Eidos talk to him. The commandos don't know anybody here.
Eidos, do you accept the communications? It looks like it's a hologram communique.
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Yeah, and on the table, this shimmer of a womanly figure shows up. And she's wearing an impressive uniform. And she's got a big gold badge on it. And a bunch of pins that look like military pins. Different badges of honor, valor that she's gotten. Different achievements she's made throughout the course of her career. And she's gorgeous. And she looks down and says, Eidos, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, we don't see each other very often, so I thought I'd swing by the neighborhood and say hi.
Oh, how nice of you. You know I don't get to keep any of the reward from arresting you. That's for normal people. You know there's a
Well-
bounty out on your head, right? You are aware. Oh my god, he wasn't aware. Guys, he wasn't aware. She must be talking to her crew.
How much is it up to now? I've been away a little while.
Well, apparently we have an eyewitness, well, not really an eyewitness, but somebody confessed here in the fleet that your folks took out the Trade Federation? Cost her an arm. So, she wasn't lying.
Now, we didn't take them out. They took themselves out, but I don't lose any sleep over that since they tried to sell me out.
Right. This stuff again. You know, you're very good at that. I remember when we were kids, you used to shift the blame all the time. Mom and Dad would come in and start yelling at you for doing something, and you just had this way of shedding all of your responsibility and pinning it on other people. That's why one of us had to get a real job instead of having Daddy's fortune carry him into bar after bar after bar and get him to rub elbows with just the right people. I had to work hard. What are the rest of you thinking right now as you see these two banter?
I should not have let him answer the call.
Yeah, because the last time Grakazza talked to somebody from Wild Space, it went real well.
Yeah.
I was saying I had to answer.
Oh, that's true. You're a commander. You can get anybody to answer. Although Eidos is your best bet. You've got Valerie. She trails off with her scientific knowledge and creative mind, and her boobs are really distracting. Toon Po. Toon Po's the weirdest looking alien that any of these people have seen. He looks like a penis head with bat ears. Grakazza is a giant monkey that doesn't speak common and only screams at people. Jeb doesn't even know good English. He doesn't know the difference between a participle and a predicate. And the commandos, they're gonna be like, what do I say, sir? You know. So Eidos really kind of is your best option.
Best option, but maybe not the greatest option.
Yeah, you know.
It's true. All right.
Well, yeah, I'll look up at her and be like, yeah, well, you never had to wash the blood off your hands, so.
No. Instead, I had to clean up yours and Dad's wounds. Many nights.
You know, you gotta make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs, as they say.
I'm sure that's what they say. And what do the women think of your back, considering it looks like a whetstone?
Just remember, I took some of those licks so you didn't have to.
I'm sure you've done me a service. I'm stuck here in a contract I can't get out of. Verbally abused by the hunters. In a job that nobody appreciates. Oh, they're going to appreciate it today. Because I'm going to bring in my finest catch. The communication drops dead.
Did you do that?
Sorry. I'm gonna like tap the screen, see if it's
No, your guys' communication's up. It looks like they've lost communications.
What's going on, Eidos?
Friend of yours?
Eidos, you're getting a message on your console.
y'all don't need to worry about that. I'm gonna walk over and check the console.
Jammed. I hate being jammed. These idiots never learn. Camera pans down, and it's snowing right now. And the streets are muddy. And the little ramshack door on the tent of the bar there opens up. And Mick and Typhoon walk out into the snow. God damn it. Huh. Where do you think their communication hub is? Typhoon says maybe I can read one of their minds. You haven't tried that yet? No, I didn't think about it. You could have tried it this time. We could have done something. I thought you wanted to lay low. Yeah, you're right. So what do we do now? Mick looks around. Typhoon shrugs. And then punches Mick right in the face. Mick's like, oh, fuck! Stumbles over a trowel. And a couple of hunters walking by look at Typhoon and run over and just zap the shit out of him. And they're like, oh, yeah, you think you're funny? You keep the stock in good shape. Manual labor for the next 3 days for both of you. And Mick looks up, of course, and is like, thanks, Typhoon. It's this way. And Typhoon just walks down the alleyway, and Mick's like, yeah, asshole, we could have done something else. Like, I don't know, punch somebody else. And the camera kind of screens up. Anyway, I don't know how long they're going to be down, but they've lost all communications. They've lost all satellite information, all targeting information. Everything's gone. What do you need? We never got to finish our conversation. I have a feeling you're about to ask me about something.
Clear a landing zone for us and we'll be there.
No, well, that shouldn't be a problem now. Sarcasm.
Does he say sarcasm or?
Yeah.
He just
Well, I mean, he's
Yeah.
typing, so he's not gonna go
okay.
Kappa. He's not gonna go Kappa and put like a Twitch guy face.
All right. Send coordinates as soon as you can. We'll be there.
Well, that's just it. I'll send you coordinates, but if you don't want to get wrangled up by the hunters, you're gonna have to crash into something.
I think we can make that work.
Excellent. I have the perfect idea. I'll send you the coordinates. So he sends you the coordinates.
All right. I'll pass it over to Grakazza.
All right.
Give him these coordinates.
All right.
Well, it looks like your friends, Mick and Typhoon, have jammed him up. They ain't got no targeting, no communications, nothing. So we got to act fast. But we're going to
Tunko, you're starting to get a targeting indicator on your console. It appears that weapons are being fired on your position. Incoming torpedoes. And this is where we're going to end part 2 of Week 13's Destiny Horizon. Please join us for part 3 in just a little bit. And if you like what you see, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.